Okay, guess we doing just fine. Said I'm not yours, so I'll say you're not mine. Okay, just a waste of my time.
Here we go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. She's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend you've never see yourself making today, but it's kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. I can't read. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. That is the best thing I've probably ever heard. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ah ha ha, I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You sound like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Keith. Yeah, that's the point. If people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. I'm really bad at reading. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Keith, have you decided a club to join yet? I'm not joining our club. A club. I told you already. I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my many conversations where I just dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I doubt this kid's going to college. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yes, I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind. See that. The school day is an ordinary as ever, and it does over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Club? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori. Must have come in my class while I was spacing out. I look around and not realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of your class, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. How do you tell someone's spacing out? Honestly. Bro! You don't need to wait up for me. If it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie, Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help and start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. I almost said verse. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Please, why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't
keep his girl.
Bruh. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have a plan this all out. I led a long sigh. Fine, fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school where I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, new members here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's my pleasure to meet you. Damn, she hot. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy to the atmosphere. Heath, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. That looks like a face right there. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. So sorry, Natsuki. Humph. The girl with this sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. That's kind of toxic. Don't say things like that. What are you gonna do, yourself? Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you are already known. Monica, is that right? That's right. They look the same. It's great to see you again, Keith. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Keith. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Where? Where?
Yeah, I know.
As I mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens to the closet. What is a wrapped tray? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori.
A tray that has wrap over it?
Yeah, but like, I'm talking about a McDonald's tray, right? Why would that, like, have wrap over it?
I'm not thinking of that kind of tray. I'm thinking of like a regular tray.
I don't know then. What is a regular tray? Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make their ears. So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking a glance in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why? Are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this one. I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you did technically. Sorry, I said. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuku's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a tea cup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the
Yes,
teachers gave
sir.
us permission after all. Doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I haven't read since I was like 8, Jesus. I guess, don't let yourself intimidate her. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not salted. Yuri looks away. I mean, that you know. I believe you. Tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises her eyebrows and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? You want to read now?
Sure, sounds
I was
good.
afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by sorority. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and sorority seemed really happy, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Here you go. You ready? Jesus, you're
Yes, I
typing
guess,
like
yeah.
Google.
Oh, you're not supposed to be reading this already?
Yeah.
Oh, as president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Let's just switch back and forth. Monica, I'm surprised.
How come remember, we tried to do this one time and
Just do
absolutely
it, just
failed.
do it, just do it. We got this.
How come you decided to start your own club?
You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs.
Aren't you leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know.
To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs.
It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet.
It must be hard to start a new club.
You can put it that way.
You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new.
Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature.
You have to what you doing?
I just smacked my arm on my desk.
You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile.
But it makes school events like the festival that much more important.
I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate.
Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees.
Such different girls, all interested in the same girl. Girl. Shit.
Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three.
Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. No, like,
We still don't really know how I keep up with the level of enthusiasm about
this kid's
literature.
gonna get gangbanged after school. Oh, you already read that shit.
Yeah.
So Keith, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good answer of answering that. Manga! Oh!
I muttered quietly to myself, I'm joking.
Natsuki head suddenly perks up. Of course you do, you dweeb. It looks
Look
like
who
she
she
wants to
wants.
say something, but she keeps quiet. No, not that much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change.
What am I saying?
I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile.
Anyway, about you, Yuri. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Donkers. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. That's just weird. My favorites?
Hers are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
That's deep. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. I'm
Telling a
telling
good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. So it's like a isekai.
Yuri was unclearly passionate about her reading.
She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious By the way, her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
Sounds like Raven from Teen Titans. But you know, I like a lot of things.
Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Oh, controller doesn't work.
No. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Give me a sec. I read a horror book once.
What? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level.
At this rate, you might as well have the conversation with a rock.
Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri.
Dude, look at her. How do you not expect that?
Yeah.
For someone as gentle as you, she's gentle.
Gentle?
Bro, she looks
Yeah.
like she's gonna beat you up for dating her best friend. I guess you could say that.
But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Dude, your voice fit that pace so good. Oh, why is that? Well, that's you,
Aski's
because
eyes
I
dart
fucked
over. Aski's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Give me a second, stretching. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Aski?
What?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind the club last meeting.
It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud!
Steamed Hams. And give that back.
Cupcakes,
your
your poems. Shit, we said that at the same time. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sorry slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Go ahead, I just wanted to scream in a girl voice.
Aski, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive.
Why don't you share them sometime?
No. Natsuki averts
Natsuki
zero.
averts
Why
zero.
am I reading it when you're reading it?
Cause you're an idiot.
You sound like a bologna sandwich. You wouldn't like that.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels.
Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri?
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Why are you, like, tracing it with your cursor?
Well, it helps me read. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri.
Oh, I want to read Herman's poems.
Well, we all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay.
I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quickly at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own.
What are you typing?
I'm just typing something to Google. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
Isn't that right, Keith?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, right.
Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
Dude, I was trying to play some Fortnite, dog. What you want me to do, like, a poem tonight? Damn. Monica smiles at me. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that?
Man, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time.
I never said I would join this club.
Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision.
Once I still have other clubs to look at, and I'll lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
Dejected. Yeah. But
I'm sorry, I thought. Keith, why do they all sink?
because they're sad. I don't know. Like
Too bad. Read.
you all. I didn't even know that was supposed to be.
I'm defenseless against these girls.
How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls.
Right?
Okay, I've decided then.
I'll join the literature club. One by one,
One
the
by one,
girls.
the girls.
Jesus! You just popped up like
Eyes
little
light up.
diglets. Yes, I'm so happy.
So her wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. You
That's
look
all
like
I
a
did.
goddamn cupcake. Then that makes it official.
official.
Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thanks, I guess. You're not ready. Okay. Read this, read this, read this, read
I
this.
think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Read a poem. Oh, shite!
Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. How long has this been going on?
22 minutes.
Literally?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 30. Monica looks over at me once more. Here I go.
Keith, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Dude, my ear's itchy. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Keith, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
No. That's right, Sayuri and I can never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home.
The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four of us girls.
Sayori,
Natsuki.
Natsuki. Oh, I thought it was all in one thing, okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yuri. Monica.
Will I really be happy about spending every day after school in a literature club? No.
Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls.
Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. What
And
a
I guess
simp.
it starts with write a poem tonight.
Okay,
Once I go to your back, I'm just gonna get a drink.
okay. Hi again, Keith. I'm glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, back at the literature club. I was the last to come, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Keith. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sarah already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan on just coming here and hang out or what. If you try to take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big eye for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature. Swift defeat, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Keith always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I may be a little jealous. How come you and Keith can be good friends too? Sorry. As usual, Sorry seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me in. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, sorry, me, not really. Don't be shy, it's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry, I made it sound like a big deal when it's not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So a nice gesture from you's a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she likes, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expected Monica to kick off scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused and I probably wouldn't have noticed you in the first place. But I'm just repeating a bit of this, aka, let's repeat some of that. Just curious on how you came by the 2 copies of the book. Well then I stopped the bookstore yesterday and now what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here. Isn't telling you, but I decided to let it go. I definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging, relatable story. Is that so? What is it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled A Portrait of Markov.